Hello, everybody. My name is Josh, and welcome to Access Some Places. As you noticed there, we had a little bit of a transition. We thought we'd kind of upgrade the market value here at the team. And, in saying that, to get more views, we did miss last week's episode. So a bit of a double header today. We're going to quickly glaze over last week, just like we should, and really sort of get into this week and try and keep up to date. I do apologise for not having an episode last week. I had a lot of people say, Josh, where's the pod? Josh, my cornflakes don't taste the same unless I, watch the podcast. I've been a busy man, as we all are sometimes. But now we're back. So, as you can see, we lost this week. The Colonels tried to tell us to trade. Too bad we're in a league who won't trade us, which we'll get into quickly in the week before's recap. But this is what we're looking with. Now, before we look into any of this, I want to go to, we'll have a quick look at last round. Round 2. Now, we didn't win, just like this week, so we're not off to a good start. Why won't that show? Give me the round. Refresh. Give me the round. All right, here we go. This is working. Round 2. Round 2, we had some matches. We'll go through the AFL matches first. So the Blues beat Carlton, or the Dogs, which was great to see. Fuck Cody Wheatman. Geelong lost to Sydney, which is fine. I think we had a pretty good day out of Parker that day. The Pies beat the Crows. The Dons lost to Brisbane, which was fine. We'll get into the Bombers later on. Hawks smashed Port, which was quite surprising. Gold Coast lost to Melbourne. North beat West Coast, which was great to see. The Tigers beat GWS, which I guess is something to see. No one's really happy about that, apart from about 6 dudes. And the Saints got up against Freo, which was awesome. Overall thoughts on that? It's the Dons have had the hardest first 3 rounds of the fixture, and we're looking to win a couple more in the coming weeks. We didn't win this week, but that's all right. We've got the Crows next, which we should win. Good to see a couple of wins and losses here. The D's have still been the D's. Good to see the Blues going strong. We kind of wish that the Dogs continue to lose, and the Kangas continue to win. Now, as for the week, we actually did win. Actually, I take that back. So we got 15-33, and we'll have a look here. I know I'm in the way. We got some standouts here. We got Mackay got 100, Darcy Moore got 100, Sidearse got 95. 96 from Guthrie is expected. Keith was 44. I dropped him last week, and then he turned up this week, so that's whatever. Fuck Keith. Peter Wright dropped the 120. That was a huge from him. Bit of a waste against Brisbane, but and against Connor, but we got the win nonetheless. And without him, we would have lost. If we just didn't have him as a player, we actually still would have won by 3 points, but that's fine. No, we wouldn't. Never mind. Jack, we got a 98, which was awesome to see. We'll get on to him later. And McGovern, 117, and Steele, 111. So we got a bit more out of Steele that week, which was great. Connor had about 4 dudes by the looks of it. Don't know what's going on in that department, but that's okay. Highest game of that round was, I think, the 1759 from Austin. Followed up by Peter Butter Kelly Tong with 1734. So a couple 700 to be worried about. Tom got 1,000. That's a bit grim. Imagine not, he could have had a sub 1,000 in week 2, which is not good. Anyway, that's a quick recap of last week. Now, this week, not as good as well. We lost to Austin, which is okay because, he dropped to 1,700 the week before and only did 1,561, which we still lost to, but we had a bit of a stiff one. Now, straight off the back, Dunks put 129 for him. We had a couple other hundreds here. 123 from Dawson. I don't need that Windows install notification. O'Brien, his pros went off. That's ridiculous. It's 361 points from the Crows. 141 from Canelio as well. I was just not winning this week. This is fucked. You got 7 from Scrimshaw and 16 from Liam Ryan. Liam Ryan was in the negatives for most of that game, so I'm really annoyed he didn't, stay in the negatives. And he obviously lost merit, which cost him a lot, but he still won by 200 points. As for our boys, Parker way under par. That's okay. We'll get him next time. Hind with a 99, so he's been pretty consistent. We'll keep him. Peter Wright dropped another 92. He's doing really well. He was the saving grace for that Dons game. I was there. Hep got a 70, which is still a bit worrying. You know, he's doing better than 42. Scholl got 75. You know, we kind of just have him. He was on the bench to begin with anyway, so he went above projection, which is all right. Davies was our kind of miracle there. He only dropped to 26, which is painful. You know, bad boy Elliott got 109, which is great. Our Perberus kind of underperformed overall, including side bottom. Moore got a 53, which is quite grim too. And Mackay only dropped 61. But McGovern, another 100 plus 100. So McGovern's been probably our star student. And, you know, Pencil Vesta set got a 41, which is, you know, we chucked him on at the end, but that's fine. So overall, you know, bit grim. LVP is Draper, unfortunately. Dropped to 21 on us. That hurts, considering he had a couple of good 90 games. Got to hold on to him. I've got faith in Draper. Draper we trust, and we'll see how that goes. Gonna have to make some moves, I'm afraid. I still have Sam Reid. Every time I try and do a waiver claim for him, someone takes him, and Mundy's out for a bit, and we get Tex in, I think, a week or two, actually. So Tex would be good to chuck in the forward line. Then Mason's got a 47, which, you know, he's on the bench anyway, so he's there as my little bench man. Love Red Dog. As for the round, highest score looks like to be pretty low scoring around. Highest score seems to be the 1638 from Trav. Pom again, barely cracked 1,000. And 1,100 from Connor is, you know, expected these days. So this matchup was pretty cool here, Ben versus Jacob. And yeah, this is kind of a bit stiff this way. So we did go through our guys, so we'll go through the team. I am conscious of time because this is a double episode, but we're only 7 minutes in. So, look, the Dogs beat Sydney. Cool. The D's beat Essendon. I was there and said it was a good game for about 15 minutes. The rest of the game was dog shit. Both Melbourne's fault and the Bombers' fault. The Bombers they just don't know what they were doing offensively. The only time we made offensive moves properly, we scored goals. What a surprise. Who knew that's how you play footy? Clearly the Bombers don't, but that's all right. You know, as I said, we've got the Crows, Freo, Collingwood the next 3 weeks. I reckon we're winning at least two out of those three. If not, just put the season in the sink, and I'll follow the Blues for the rest of the year. Crows, Port, 96-92. Epic game. Watched that pick after the siren on the bus home, the replacement buses. That was all right. We had a good sort of end of the night there. GWS beat Gold Coast. You know, that's whatever. Collingwood choked against Geelong, I heard. Pretty high scoring game. Good to see shootout, but unfortunately Geelong got another win. North got dumpstered by Brisbane. This does not go well for my bet that North will be on top of the Dogs at the end of the season, but I'm still holding on some hope. 74-73, the Blues keep on winning, which is great to see, and by 1 point, which means we'll still keep a bit of percentage. The same is, you know, shit on Richmond, which is great. Richmond stopped playing after halfway through the second. Really good to see Richmond fans not having a win, and Freo just, you know, put the works on West Coast. So I reckon this next week West Coast lose again, and the Bombers will come up, which means we'll be off the bottom of the ladder, which will be awesome. So let's just have a look at our boys and what we're going to look at here for the bit of projection. You have to bear with me with my mental strategy this week because I did pop my elbow out on the weekend, and that obviously, you know, pain, the way your brain works, don't worry about it. I have a counselling degree. Any moves to make here? I don't know if Tex might be playing this week. I don't know. He hasn't got a thing next to him. But look, yeah, our defense is kind of okay. It's just a shit one for Moore. And Pencil Vesta's got a lift. Heppel's still got to lift a bit more. But if we put the plus on, you know, Hind 100, McGovern's going to go above projection again, I reckon, despite him being on a sinking ship that is West Coast. Perberus needs to lift a bit. Davies has one more chance, and I'm going to drop him. Sam Reid needs a new home. And Draper, we're going to hold on to because I think if he's playing the Crows Ruckman, you know, we should be right. Sportsbet or TAB reckons we're at a 143 to beat the Crows, so we'll be holding on to a big day from Draper. Side us and Jelliot, they're going to be staying down there. And Membry, I just have Membry. Like he's all right, he tries, but I'm not, you know, married to him. But you got an 89, which I'm quite happy with. Yeah, so that's and we're against who are we against this week? Game day matchup. Let's go back here. Round 4, we are playing Sam, free from Kazaya. So he beat reigning champ Isaac last week. So look, having a quick look at him, he's just it's a bit all over the joint. I reckon he has got Stringer. We'll have a big day. But projection wise, we are projected to win. So although there are some fans in our community that reckons that don't listen to projection, but they're there for a reason and they get paid for it. So yeah, highest projected round is probably that 16:55, I think, by Peanut Butter Kelly time, and yeah, we're going to see how that goes. Now, I don't have any waivers this week because I'm not showing you my waivers because last time, I got one of them, but the other one I was never going to get. But let's have a quick look at Classic because we were now going to get into some more content with Classic because the values have been released. So now we can kind of see, and I don't know, again, don't know what I'm looking at. Ridley's price has gone down. All my gone down. McCartan's gone up. I don't know what does it kind of show what his original price was. Up 50k. That's not bad. So I'm going to hold on to him for a bit longer, I think. Please in the comment section below tell me how to actually do this. Dego is up a bit, even though he's suspended next week and then went up by 4k. Dacos is up 56k as well, so we're making a bit of profit. Davies is up 27k. He should be a lot higher, but that's all right. Rochelle's up 45k, so that's awesome too. Stringer hasn't moved. Trelaw up 3k, so nothing. So I don't think we really have anything to do at the moment. Nick Martin's not changed, and Dusty's out. Sparrow even gone up. Sparrow's gone up 20k. That's not bad. I don't know what to do. What's the trade assist say today? Take out Martin for Tinglish. I don't like Tinglish. We're not going to do that just because I don't like Tinglish. We call him the swing man here at the firm because he knows how to swing it. But that's all right. And Draper's dropped down about 11k, which isn't that bad. It's not a lot of damage. So as far as that goes, I think we're all right. We got a projected score of 1900, so I don't know if we can see the ladder for this Classic League. Classic. I just clicked this button before. I don't know how to see the ladder for it. Wait, I can click this one, can't I? Yeah. Let's have a quick look at the leagues. Did we technically win this one? He got a 538, so I don't think he's playing. That's in my public league, so I don't think he's playing. I'm first in this league because technically I won. That's great. And in Supercoach Royalty, I kind of want to look at that league just to see where I'm at for Pride Sense, and I'm last. Awesome. Let's check the other league. Not last. I'm actually above the Port Keys, so that is excellent to see that I'm not last in this league. And we'll quickly jump over to draft to see the ladder to wrap things up for today. Pretty of a low key episode today, but we are getting back into things. And there needs to be a bit more heart in these episodes. I am aware, but I've had a long day. So view the ladder. Please don't be last. Okay, sick. We're eighth. I think that counts as Yoffs. I'm not quite sure. Imagine being any of these blokes below me. Maybe you should start watching the podcast so you can kind of learn a bit on how to play this game. Unfortunately, Austin is the league villain and he's first. This is fucked. Why is the Port Key third? He's had some lucky breaks. Looking through the research, and so we're playing sixth today. If we can win that, we might jump up to sixth itself. But we just got to hold on. I'm just all over the place. I've got no idea what I'm doing. How do I check next week's match, this week's games? Yes, so quickly down here, waiver order. We are kind of in the guts, so that's all right. We can do some moves tonight. Quick rundown. Melbourne definitely beats Port. This is my tips. This is the tipping section. We'll do a tip section at the end of the episodes. At the end of the episodes, we'll do a tip section. With the last couple of minutes, we are at 14 minutes, so we're all right. Just in case you can't tell that the time is at the bottom. The D's beat Port for sure. Brisbane, Geelong, I reckon at Jam HBA, Geelong win. Sydney beat North for sure. Pies dumpster West Coast. The Dogs going to beat Richmond, unfortunately. I mean, that's just a lose-lose for us neutral supporters. We don't see any of these teams win. Freo I think Freo might beat GWS. Don't ask me why. I just reckon that's my hunch. The Dons will beat Adelaide. Saints will beat Hawthorn, and the Blues will beat Gold Coast. So that's your tips. If you're in a tipping competition, that's what I would do to follow me. And yeah, from a movement perspective, we're going to get rid of Sam Reid. And that'll be about it from that. All right. So with that, I'm going to let the outro play out. Thanks for watching as always. We got 50 views on our debut. And now we are petering out a little bit. So if you can tell your friends about the podcast, it'll mean a lot to me. And then I'll keep doing them. So I have some reason to do it. That's about all. Thanks for watching. And yeah, let's have this outro play out. See you later. Fuck Jared Gear and fuck Cody Weedman.